Yo, what up, everybody? It's Big Hippie Pat, and I wanted to share something with you all. And it explains a lot. You know, I was on here not too long ago, and I made a video talking about that Westboro was wrong. We should love one another. And several people came on here and took offense to that. I had one guy named Bold for Christ come on here, and he browbeat me, and it brought other people over here as well. And they pretty much harassed me, told me I was going to hell, told me that I was a sinner and that I don't belong. Pretty much I don't belong. And this has been something that's been on my mind for a long time, because this situation happened some 7-8 months ago. And I want to say, because they sit back and say the people that sin are destined for hell. They sit back and say that there's no hope for those people because they sin too much. And they sit back and say that people who sin are going to hell and they hate sinners. I'm here to tell you right now, Noah was a drunk. David, he committed adultery and had somebody killed, which is murder. Peter denied Jesus 3 times. The disciples fell asleep during prayer. Rahab was a prostitute. Let's see, who else? Moses murdered a guy. He killed a guy. And it led to his banishment from Egypt. And no, let's see, y'all want to sit back and talk about how we're going to hell and Christ can't do anything for us. Christ used those people back in the day. Well, actually, God used those people back in the day. And you want to sit there and deny us the right to come to God and the right to come to Christ. But like I said, God used those people, and he can use anybody. No matter the situation, no matter what we do. And y'all want to sit back and say, ooh, sinner, 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 you going to hell. Well, the Bible says we all fall short, and that's all, including you. So I want to sit back here and say, no matter the situation, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you're going through right now, God could use all of us. And most of the time when he does decide to use people, he uses those who are broken. Those who have been beaten down by sin and the devil and all those things. There's nothing impossible with God. And that includes saving those people who are broken. Saving those people who are going through addiction. Saving those people who are going through pain. Saving those people whose families went through divorce and whose families have been divided. Absolutely nothing is impossible with God. And as long as we have God, there's nothing impossible with us either. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Absolutely nothing. I went to Winter Jam over the weekend on Saturday, and Matthew West, he recorded a new song recently, and he sung that song. And the story of the song is that there was a kid named Jordan who always identified himself as a drug addict. And through everything, God helped him persevere. He no longer identifies himself as a drug addict. He identifies himself as a child of God. And as long as we remain faithful, no matter what we go through, if we turn our lives over to God, that's exactly who we are. Child of the Heavenly King. And there's a reason I am doing this video. It's to let people know that no matter what your circumstance is, you could be a child of the King. You could be a child of God. No matter what no matter what people in the church have told you, no matter what this person has told you, no matter what anybody said, and no matter how you've been labeled, if you turn your life over to Christ, you can be a child of the King. And he could save you from despair or whatever you may go through. And you know, our message in the church and in life shouldn't be how, oh, this person is going to hell because he does this person is doing that. You know, our tongue is a powerful thing, and we can use it to sit there and browbeat other people, discourage other people, or we could use our tongue for encouragement. You know, I mean, if you see the person sinning and doing something he shouldn't do, just go up to him and say, look, man, I know what you're going through. I've been through that in the past, and I know you're trying to overcome this, but if you give it to God, he'll help you through. Encourage somebody. Stop browbeating and discouraging people. You really want people to see the character of God in your actions? Act like Christ. Christ was a man who dined with sinners. He pitied those people and wanted those people to turn away from those things. So he prayed with them, and he helped them. He didn't sit there and browbeat them and call them names and tell them and try to predestinate them. And that's one of the biggest problems I have with our faith. We got so many people out there who do it wrong and sit there and they'll say what I'm doing right now. They call it let's see, what is it? Sugar-coated preaching, because they think we're supposed to be hateful to other people. When in actuality, God called us for a higher purpose. He called us to be loving to one another. He said if we go out and love one another, people will see Christ in us and see we belong to God. But you know, I wanted to get this off my chest. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Sleep well. Peace.